So good morning everybody, this is Carlos cycling to Fairways where I will park my bike and then go for a run around the nearby Cedar Hill golf course. I received a submission this morning from my friend Jim, who unfortunately is still, under the weather, but I will let him explain that to you right about now. Hello, Carlos. This is Jim, and I am out for my 2-mile walk today, and I am staring at a hawk in a tree. We have lots of them around here in south central Pennsylvania. We also actually have bald eagles, but they're I don't see them so much where I am. They tend to stay closer to the water. So apparently it's not all that nervous around me. He's going to stay in this tree. Good looking bird. Anyway, I mentioned I'm out for a walk. As you know, I'm sure your listeners don't know, came down with some sort of a virus. I actually came down with a trifecta of upper respiratory, sinus, and ear infection, which has pretty much taken me out of commission for about a week. So yesterday, of course, was my first chance to get back outside and do any kind of exercise, I guess you could call it. So I did a 2-mile walk yesterday, and I'm still not up for a run today, but I thought we're going to do another one of these walks. I was hoping I would be back to running by now, but I'm not. And I don't think it looks promising for a run this weekend. So I will probably be sending you my next running submission next week. But for now, I'm walking up the big hill and going up, up, up. As I say, bye, bye, bye. Oh, well. All the best, Jim. I hope you're back on your feet again, running, I should say, pretty soon. I'm just about to hit a nice bit of downhill, but unfortunately it will probably be accompanied by a fair bit of traffic noise. Luckily there is a cycle path on this road, Cedar Hill Road. The rest of my recording today will be with my Sony my handheld voice recorder with the wind filter. I have a feeling I will probably need the wind filter today. So until I get back to you, I will just fade into the traffic noise here. Okay, well, there's been a slight
change of plan, only because when I went to switch on my Sony voice recorder, I realized that I brought the wrong one. I brought the Sony, my old Sony, the one with no batteries in it. So I'm going to have to do this recording with my phone. That's okay. I've started my chrono, so I know that I can record about 45 minutes on this device, on this run. I have about 1 kilometer to run before I get to the chip trail. Hopefully, having the phone in the pouch will eliminate a lot of the arm swing wind noise, but what happened before I went to Spain was that I was developing a couple of holes at the bottom of the pouch from constant use. My phone had worn out the bottom corners of the pouch. So Norma fixed that for me by sewing across the bottom, which means that the phone does not sit as deeply in its sleeve, so the microphone is a little more exposed. Well, what can you do? Hi. Yesterday I received a special package through the mail. My friend Alan had sent me a bandana, a black bandana. I forgot to put it on this morning. I shall take a picture of me wearing it for the title picture of this Wednesday show. Getting closer to the chip trail. I'm holding the pouch in my hand with the ribbon bound around my fingers to hold everything snug and safe. So hopefully that will prevent some of the arm swing wind noise. This is Brayfoot Road, just coming up on Cedar Hill Crossroad and the pedestrian light, which I will probably have to use today. Okay, so I'm safely across. Heading up, up, up towards the corner of, what would this be now? Epsom and Queensberry. It's a beautiful sunny day. I left my sweater on the bike at the library, where I have already sent the first part of this podcast to Spreaker for later editing and splicing into my show. Oh, somebody's giving away a barbecue. Yeah, a little bit out of breath on this climb. But I shall be walking the usual hills that I walk when I record. This will be a one-lapper. A lapper of the Chip Trail. Hello. Hello, little boy. Grandma is pushing the little guy up the hill in his stroller. As I turn onto Queensberry Avenue. Eight minutes recorded so far on this take. As I say, Jim sent me about 2 minutes, and I recorded a few minutes intro to overlap with his recording. As I approach King's Pond. This deserves a picture. Okay, so that should be the picture. The recorder is still going at around 9 minutes. That's correct. And I have to make sure that my running app is still going. everything seems to be ticking away nicely as I slide the phone back into its slightly foreshortened pouch and reassemble the strappage as I had it before. Twice around my hand and then once around the top of the sack as I turn at the top corner of the golf course. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Hello. Today you will see somewhere, probably on Facebook, a picture of a very large group of ducks. So this is my statutory walk section. About 10 minutes into my outing. 12 minutes actually of recording time. Hello. The other day I ran 2 loops and I think my better loop was 25 minutes. So that plus the 12 will give me 37 minutes. So I can probably take this recording all the way back to the library. I'm trying to hit 45 minutes on this particular take, plus the 3 minutes of the intro. Hello. Hi. Thank you. I didn't walk that section today, that last little bit of the hill, because there were a couple of women hiking ahead of me, and I didn't want to spook them by stopping just behind them. Hello. Thank you. Another couple. Just saw a baby Cedar plugged into a tree. I don't think my kids ever used a soother. I'm not sure on this. It's one of those situations of selective amnesia. You remember stuff that you want to remember. They probably did have one. I can't imagine why I would remember a baby soother if I didn't actually have to use one on our kids. But we'll see. It's not a very big issue. Hello. Hi. Hi. Thank you. Isn't it funny how you have whole sections of trail, nobody on it but you, and you come up on one person and there's a runner coming towards you, and the three of you cross in the same spot. Just happenstance, I guess. More dog people. Hello. Hi.
Runner.
Thank you. Well, the maple trees have now got their little dingly-dangly things hanging off them. Very nice. It always reminds me of spring as I startle a couple of ducks in the headwaters of Bowker Creek. Getting to the top of the $1 Million View hill just after James Heights. It definitely is quite warm today. As I pass a scantily clad young lady sporting a pretty amazing tattoo on her left arm from the shoulder to the wrist. So now it's down, down, down. Thinking of Graham, as I always do, when I say things like up, 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 I hope to be running with him tomorrow, but I will spare his Lancashire accent for another day. I think I'll just get by with me and Jim today. As I run past the secondary water feature on the bottom end of the golf course. Just coming up on a decorated tree, which still has, I believe, 1 or 2 baubles. I'm not sure if they took them all down. Let me see. Yep, they have all gone. Maybe it's a condition. The golf course won't object as long as they remove the decorations after the Christmas season is over. Last little bit of uphill chip before I get to the noisy section of Finlayson Road. Hello. Thank you. beautiful smell. There's a woman here who prides herself in having a very frondant spring garden. Hello. Hi. Oh, that ball just rolled off the green. Okay, so that's most of the noise behind me now. I just saw a police motorcyclist riding along with his turn signal blinking. I guess he forgot to turn it off. Something motorcyclists do quite a lot is forget about the turn signals. Some bikes have got a turn signal that makes a sound as it blinks. Crossing Bowker Creek, the lower section, at the bottom of the golf course. So the creek runs from midway where I startle the ducks down and out of the bottom corner by the rec center. Hello. I now have another big hill to negotiate. Hi. Somebody lost a toque on the ground. I guess in this kind of weather, nobody would be tempted to pick it up. It's the sort of situation where you start off in the morning and it's cold. And that guy's running up the hill. Mind you, he's probably 30 years younger than me. I used to run this. I sometimes still do, but not when I'm recording. It leaves me out of breath for a good 3 minutes during and after the hill. I recover quite quickly, but there is always a slight break in service. Golfers are having a field day today. With their aluminum driving irons, or woods, whatever they are. The driver, the big one. Hi. Some more unavoidable agricultural noises. Hello. This will be my last hike section on the golf course. Been listening to some great material on the podcast wavelengths. I always listen to Outlook from the BBC and The Witness from the BBC. It's almost like a memory jogger for me. That guy just picked up a stray golf ball, threw it back onto the course. That's strictly speaking not a legal move, but I'm sure the golfer would appreciate that gesture. Everybody's out with their weed whackers today. The one advantage of recording this show today on my phone is that I can upload it directly to Spreaker without using my laptop. Then I will download both of today's files and edit them together. Thank you. So, if you do catch the first part of this show, bear in mind there will be a fair amount of traffic noise edited out of it for the Wednesday show. I saw her before on the other side as we did the 3-person crossover. I do hope I've managed to suppress the wind with the strappage. The first part was recorded inside my sweater as I cycled, so that should be free of noise. Hi. Let's have a look. Up to 29. But I did start this recording before I got to King's Pond. Hello. Thank you. Yesterday, I also got a phone call from my friend Bob at the Prairie and Harriers was asking me if my email had changed. He sent me some information about the elk beaver ultras. He was kind enough to transition me into my job there as race director for my 9-year stint. And this is the second year that we are transitioning Darcy as our new race director. This year I will mark the course on Friday, the night before the race, and then on race day I will run for maybe 5 laps in the opposite direction. I still like doing that. But Bob also asked me, hello, there's the girl with the tattoos. He also asked me to help set up the food table. So I'll be recruiting volunteers. And as I do my laps, I will be instructing them as to the setting up of the other 8 stations around the course. Another good use for my weekend free minutes on my phone. As I run on Epsom Road and back towards Brayfoot. And Cedar Hill Crossroad. Past the free barbecue once again. It looks as if the wood situation lasted just about long enough this winter. I had a bit of a crisis about 10 days ago when it turned cold and grey and I did not have any more wood that I could split successfully, and not enough kindling to make a fire. But now, with this balmy 16 Celsius, 3 or 4 days of sunshine ahead of us, I don't think I'll be thinking of lighting a fire again. Even though this morning my neighbor across the fence had the wood guys pruning his tree. I should get the light right away now. stop the traffic this time with my digit. I pressed the button. Let's see how we're going for time. 36. Okay, so we've still got time. Hello. I figured I could take it up to about 42, 43 minutes and still come in under budget. Turning onto Wend Road with another uphill section. Which I will start to hike in a second. There's often deer up here. The deer feel very safe. This is a very quiet residential hillside tucked in between a couple of major through arteries, one of them being Mackenzie Avenue and the other one being Cedar Hill Crossroad. As I reach the top with no excuse but to run. Next time I come out with a voice recorder, I will check it for batteries before I set out. Still awaiting another installment of Steve's walking diaries. Jim has put out a couple of, one on Spreaker and one on the Seeker podcast, a short show of his walking for recovery from what was it he called? His trifecta of infection. "39 minutes on this recording. You can hear Mackenzie Avenue to my left with a heavy throb of diesel and the buzz of the scooters. I'm turning once again away from the noise. Heading back to where I started the recording on Garnet Road. Down I go. Down in to the library where I can upload this show for later editing. I get a nostril full of pollen from some unknown yellow bush, maybe a forsythia. I think Jim was talking about forsythia the other day. Today I need to buy a whole bunch of food plus another kit to make another batch of beer. Saying goodbye for Wednesday, one of the last days of March. Bye-bye.